he drank some water with some contamination in there or something, and they can get it camping or whatever. And I live on the lake, so he probably drank some like nasty lake water or something and got it. But it almost killed him. And then I took him to the vet. They're like, "Yeah, man, we can save your dog. We're just gonna be $6,000." And I'm like, "Damn it, dude!" No. So I 6 G's, dude. So I was like, all right. So I coughed up the 6 G's, bro, and they saved my dog, bro. They saved his life. And my regular vet told me that all they could do is put him down. They told me to give him a hamburger and call the dude to come put him down. And then I took him to VCA in Atlanta, and they were like, "We think we can save your dog." And I was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, $6,000." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? 6 G's, dude?" And they're like, "Yeah, at least." And I'm like, "Oh, run it, just run it, dude, do it." They had him for like 2 weeks, and it was like a really emotional time and stuff for me and my girlfriend. But yeah, dude pulled through, and yeah, he's still here today, living his life up. And dude, if he passed away tomorrow, and someone asked me, "Well, damn, was that $6,000 worth it for him to live another year and a half?" Absolutely. You know what I mean? I couldn't buy that kind of happiness for $6,000 that dude gives me. You know what I mean? Just how it is, man. Same reason people ask why you spend all the money on the mini bike. Because I love them. Like, see, over here, I got two bad Harleys. I got a Sportster and a Softail, like really, really nice bikes, man. They got a layer of dust on them this thick, okay? Because I ride mini bikes. Like, I'm saying, people come down to my base and they're like, "Dude, like, what? You got Harleys, dude?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Why you always riding these damn mini bikes?" And I'm like, "Cause, bro, they're fun." I go to Harley Davidson rallies and I just bring a whole trailer load of mini bikes. And my girlfriend, she's a little split on that because she likes doing biker contests and stuff like that, and the slow races and the weenie bite and the water balloon toss thing on the back of a bike, and that's fun. But to be able to come down to an event and be able to just run it and do, I literally get a whole entire track twice a year, huge track by myself, and it's awesome, man. Is that Joe? Joe.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, Joe?
Who's there, Mason?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mason, what's happening?
I'm not too far away for you, am
I? Emmanuel figures all that shit out. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. I just want to check in, E. What about lighting? Am I okay? All right, I'll be back in a flash. Jake's gonna jump in first. And I just want to recognize him. He's at like 2,000 followers for Instagram. He's got some promotion going on, and then we'll jump into Mason.
Yes, sir.
We'll just, let's see here. Yeah, so I'm goody. All right, cool. Mason, thanks for being a part of it. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Oh, great. Hey, I like the sign. Thanks.
What'd you say? Oh. What'd you say? Oh, man. That's like a tease, dude. Yeah, I live in a neighborhood, on the lake and stuff. So I feel like all my neighbors, like, just all the time are barbecuing, at least one of them, and it like just drifts out onto the lake and like just disperses, and like it just smells so good. And I'm like, man, like, I'm sitting here like, what are we eating for tonight? My girlfriend's like, I got some chicken in the oven. I'm like, ugh, I want some ribs. You know? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been the fish have been biting really good lately. I've been going out there like every morning before work, just casting out a few times, and almost every morning I catch a bass. I mean, and that's like the best, like, you know, I guess thing you do before you like go to work is to catch a nice bass. You're like, yeah.
Driving directions on your phone? Oh no! That's not fun! Navigate hands-free with Apple CarPlay.
Episode 4. It's your
Hey,
podcast.
Restart your intro, Joe, because I think we missed the audio. Just say
Okay.
hey. Yeah, we can edit afterwards, right?
Yep.
Go for it.
Want me to restart it?
No, you just go right into it.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. So good to see you. It's the 28th of April, and this podcast is brought to you by our friends at Pioneer Car Electronics. As always, you know, Pioneer is the global leader in car electronics and a proud supporter of automotive enthusiast events everywhere, including Joe's Mini Bike Reunion. You know, Pioneer's got the gear to upgrade your ride, to sound better, and to connect to the latest technology like Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and new for 2020 and 2021, Amazon, Alexa. Check out our friends at pioneerelectronics.com when you get a chance. All right, little rumble in the jungle back there. We got a big show for you tonight, folks. I was turned on to our guest that'll be joining us shortly, from Mike Hughes from Tomb out of Texas. And he said, hey, Joe, there's these guys who are racing these mini bikes around the US. And you gotta have one of them on your podcast. And as luck had it, we were able to hook up with Mason Pittman. And Mason is with the Mini Bike Misfits from Central Georgia. And we'll be bringing him on the podcast shortly. And we'll get a sense of what's happening with this racing activity that he's so dialed into. And, you know, it's going to be cool. I saw some of the footage. They race with not only single mini bikes, but they have a little ride-along tandem cart. A lot of people were curious as about the experience that one would have riding in one of those little side carts. So we'll find out a little bit more from his sidekick as well. I believe we've got Jake Moe scheduled to join us on the podcast. Jake's a busy worker full-time, and we're trying to get him on his way back home from work. Jake has a Instagram page that just got to 2,000 likes or whatever the hell they are. And he is giving away a custom MoFab Co pipe. And you just enter online on Instagram. It's pretty easy. I'm happy for Jake. I know that Jake has a family to feed and he's got his regular 9 to 5, but I got to tell you, I think of Jake Moe, and he describes it, you know, what he does is it's building hot rods just on a smaller scale. And he does a fabulous job. So any chance we have a chance to talk to Jake, we're always open. So I hope he joins us in the show. I want to begin by, if I could, just taking a moment to give some recognition to a good friend of mine. His name is Peter McGillivray, and Peter has he's been like a partner of mine. He's been a work associate. He's worked for me. I've worked for him. He's been a client. He's been, among other things, a really good friend. And him and I were working together. He was representing Bonnier Motorsports, the producers of the iconic Sandsport Super Shows and Off-Road Expos, not to mention the Street Machine Nationals, four-wheel jamborees, and other motorsport, as well as boating events. Well, Peter had been leading the car that drove the automotive events for a couple of years. And Peter has left Bonnier Events to move on and move back to one of the most iconic brands in our automotive world. It's the Motor Trend company. And he's going to be working over there. And I'm sure he's going to be making a big impact over there. We wish him the best. We also want to congratulate the folks over at Motor Trend for getting a really good guy. and also continued support and love for our friends over at Bonnier Motorsports. So I thought I would get that in. And another thing that I wanted to get in, I see Jake Mose lurking. That's a good sign. Another thing that I wanted to get in is a birthday wish. I want to give a birthday wish to a guy who is kind of a special guy, I'm sure, to a lot of the folks in Central California, but right down here in LA, Pops Cordova. Congratulations on putting together a great group of sons there, Ian, Eric, everybody else. I really love those guys, and I want to give Pops a big shout out for his birthday. So congratulations, Pops. I hope to see you guys shortly. You know, I posted some pictures recently. Lynn and I were out and about. You know, we're still kind of stuck, despite the fact that we both got our second shots. Everybody's still somewhat in lockdown, whatever the fuck they call it. So we decided that we were going to go out and do some things, and I hadn't driven my car in a while, so we took the car out. We went and bought some cool stuff to eat, and on the way back, it's like, you know, I'm going to stop at the park. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting any return calls from the state in the LA County Reservation Department, and I'm glad I did. We rolled over there. I got out of the car. You know, when I got out of the car, I see that park. That park is beautiful. I'm telling you, man, it made my heart skip. That park is perfect for what we do. And I want to get back there. As you know, a lot of folks have been asking me about the status of the event. When's the event? What's the date? Are we going to have it? And really all I can tell you is that yesterday when I stopped there, I pounded on the doors and no one answered. So I took some photos of the corporate phone numbers. And just as I was walking away, a guy came out. The guy's name was Jason. And I'm glad he did, because he had just gotten off a conference call with the park reservation department, and they were telling him about how the process would work for folks that want to rent the park. And I was one of the first folks to apply. I ran home and did it. He gave me the information. I don't know what's next. I'm hopeful that something's next. It's promising because, as I was told, the park itself wants to have an event this year, one that they do annually, and that's in September. So like if they can have their shit together by the time September rolls around, I'm looking for dates in October. They would either be the 16th or the following Saturday, which would be the 23rd. So those are not firm dates. Those are hopeful dates. Dude, I'll take whatever date that they give me if I've got it open, because I really want to deliver and bring back the show. It's our 10th anniversary. I want to re-celebrate Jake Moe and Rafa as they enter the Hall of Fame. We recently recognized Big Daddy Motorsports Daryl Smith into the Hall of Fame. And I have one more major announcement about who'll be joining him in the class of 2021. Big weekend here in SoCal and in South Carolina. I'll start with SoCal. This is the Super Sunday weekend. Killer Scooter puts on this event. If you don't know about it, well, now you do. Check it out. It's called Super Sunday. So to all my Honda Grom and Honda Grom lifestyle buddies who may be listening, my boy Johnny DeMassa, I know Johnny from JDM Motorsports is wrenching now on a little two-stroke from Stiv, as well as getting his bikes going. John's the master on two strokes, and he helps all of us out, but he's wrenching. Everybody's wrenching. Friday night, meet at 8 p.m. downtown LA. Kickstands up, 9 o'clock. We invade fucking LA. Night riding. Be 100 of us easy. I bet 150, maybe even 200 of us will be riding, because folks come from all over. And this Friday night ride is going to be epic. What's happening, Randy Arnaud? Also want to give a shout out to Dan Kumi, Mark Edibles. Christ, that's all I need. So we got a big Friday night ride that starts things off. Saturday, it doesn't end. Saturday, you've got the Honor Roll mini bike show, which takes place down in Chapman Ave here in SoCal. But we meet at PCH in Sunset Boulevard. Kickstands up at 9 a.m. and they're taking Malibu Canyon rides. So you get to ride Malibu Canyon with other guys. Great group, typically. Great weather always, because it's SoCal. If you have not had a chance to ride any canyons, dress appropriately. Don't be coming up with fucking flip-flops and you know, no gloves and shit. Be smart about it, okay? Because you want to live to get the Killer Sunday, Super Sunday, which takes place Sunday morning. They meet at the Hat, which is an iconic pastrami chain here in SoCal. I believe they meet at 8. They take off, kickstands up at 9. No one knows where we're going. That's the deal with Super Sunday. You don't know where the hell you're going until they tell you. So you don't know if you're going south to San Diego or north to Santa Barbara. You know, you can't go too far west because that's the water. It's going to be a great weekend. My boy Durand Bagwell continues with his mini bike shenanigans with that mini bike shootout held in Shelby, North Carolina. It's Grom and ruckus and monkey friendly as well, but it's really for small and big block mini bikes to go down there and run quick. Durand's a good guy. He's definitely a real mini biker, and I support his event. I posted something as well about that, so check that out. A little other business. I had a chance to talk to Temecula Bob recently. You know, Linda and I just broke away. We took the trailer and we went with our friends, Jim and Amy Savas. Shout out to Jim and Amy, as well as John Lovano. We went to Santa Barbara and we ended up going to Ocean Mesa, which is a really cool place to hang out. And then we went on to Flying Flags, which was a really unique RV park. While I was there, I had a chance to park next to these old vintage trailers, of which I have one. So I ran a little video about it and I posted it. And I met a guy, Chris, who, fuck, I was about passed out in the trailer. I had the door open. I was looking at the view of the beautiful mountains and hills in Buellton. And a guy walked up to the trailer and he mentioned he had seen the podcast. So he saw the Facebook Live post. He was actually at the same RV trailer park and came by. And it turns out him and I had gone back and forth over some bonanzas that he had. He's a cool guy. He has some street legal bonanzas, which I thought were interesting because I didn't know that they had serial numbers and the appropriate lighting. And I don't know how the hell he got a license, but good for him, right? So if you're listening, Chris, it was a pleasure to meet you. It's always nice to see somebody that has a JMBR friend when we're out on the road. Hey, we're giving away a stand tonight. It's behind me. Let me get out of the way. In fact, I'm going to grab it. Hold on. Okay, sorry for the drama there. This is the stand. It's adjustable. It's very cool because I've been breaking my back with those small stands that I use. This one's adjustable. It's available at studsracing.com. And Eric sent me one, but he also sent me one to give away. So throughout the show and podcast, we typically get a bunch of comments. That would be cool. Send in a cool comment, send in a cool question. At some point, we'll get to it. After the show, we'll announce the winner. Eric will send you your own adjustable mini bike stand directly from Studs, free of charge. Guys, these things typically hold up to like 400 pounds. It has these thick, huge rubber rollers that the bike sits on. It is easy to adjust. You simply turn out the leg and you adjust the top lock nut. Easy breezy. Even I can do it, okay? They're usually $60, plus you have to pay for shipping, and depending on where you live, you know, who knows? Eric's made it easy. The price is $45. You go to studsracing.com. $45. So you already saved typically, what, $15? Because if it goes for $60 and he's offering it at $45, you save $15. Look at using that money towards the damn shipping. So buy one of these things. You'll be happy that you did. Support Studs. He's a sponsor of the show. And Eric's a really cool guy as well. And I got to tell you, he brought out some badass bikes, as well as a lot of the guys who represented from Detroit last year, including my man, Sam Blackburn and Cal Carisi. All right. I don't know that I have anything else to say that matters. I talked about Super Sunday. We talked about the big weekend. All right. Before I bring on Mason Pittman from the Misfit Mini Bike Gang out of Georgia, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him, I got to get to our man, Jake Moe. Jake Moe from Moe Fabco is not only a Joe's Mini Bike Reunion all-around good guy, he was a recent inductee into the Hall of Fame. I am proud as I am to own Jake's bikes as I am any of the cars or anything else I've ever owned before. I have a Jake Moe custom mini bike that he built called Frankenstein. He's helped me with a lot of my terrible builds, and he's helped me fix up bikes that I've started. The Temecula Bob little micro that he built for me is currently in Saudi Arabia with some prints. It was so damn nice. And Jake is currently working on a American racer bike that I got from Go Karts USA, and now it's a Mo Racer or anything else that Jake wants to name it. Jake has had it for, I don't know, a few months, a year, who knows, who cares? You don't press a guy who builds quality machinery and bikes like Jake Mo. When it's done, it's done. Jake had a good day today. Jake reached 2,000 Instagram followers. I invite you to do the same on Instagram. It's Mo, M-O-E, Fab Co. Like him, check him out. Jake, welcome to the podcast. What's happening, baby?
Joe, what's up? What's going on?
I was, Jake, I was inspired as I typically am from you, because the day I went to the park was the day after I received your "What's up" with JMBR morning text. And, I must admit, it's not the only one that we've received, but that one sparked, because you get to a point where you wonder if you're going to give up or keep on going. If you're going to call him back and leave another message, or you're going to wait for him to call back. And, you got to do what is right. And you were a sign. You were a sign that someone sent to me, and we dropped by, and it looks like we are in motion. And I'm hopeful, yet not anything that I can secure at this time, but we're trying. And I want to give a thanks to you for doing that.
Awesome. Right on.
How was your day?
I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a while, and it kind of changes everything that I'm doing right now, because that's the big show of the year. And I love hanging out with people there and bringing all this stuff down. And I got a lot of cool stuff in the works that, if it happens,
Well, let's do this. Let's be anticipating good things, because it starts there. I know you got a lot of guys up there at Antelope Valley that are anxious to be a part of it. I heard from Primo. I'm sure Arleo and all the other guys, Zoom, we'll be hearing from them as well. We want to get the band back together, so to speak. And as I looked at that park and that empty park yesterday, I saw all of us there.
Exactly.
I'm feeling it. So, hey, you reached 2,000 followers on Instagram. You're not one of those guys where you're a promotion hound. You just did it to kind of share some of your cool builds. It's turned out to be a little bit of a thing.
Yeah, it's been picking up quite a bit. So I put a little giveaway on there, and I gained like 200 followers right away. I think I put it on this morning, and everybody shared it, and it shot right up real quick. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I didn't really expect to get a bunch of followers on the page, but I wasn't going after the followers.
Yeah,
I just
they
wanted to
follow
post
you.
some cool stuff. Yeah.
I had a chance to see it, and I liked the post. So how does it work? They go to the Instagram deal, and what do they got to do?
So they go to the Instagram. All they got to do is tag 3 people and then follow the page.
And that's Mo Fabco, Jake. Is that the name of the page?
Yeah, Mo Fabco. And then I think Monday I'm going to stop it, and then I'll just go through and make a list of everybody, throw them in a hat, and pick one out.
So what's the deal with pipes? I know that you work a lot with the F&B, and they're kind of your go-to guys. Is this, are these pipes a graduation or a continuation of some of the pipes that you had worked with that were made by F&B? Are these custom pipes that you're working in conjunction with them? What's going on with the pipes?
It's similar. It's one of my own pipes. So I have gotten different pipe kits and stuff from F&B where I took their pipe kit and built pipes. But I finally found some good bends and size tubing and stuff. So I just bought a bunch of it, and I've been making a few, but I can't keep up with Frank. He sells that big volume, and he's got that name of pipes that everybody's been buying for a while, so.
Yeah, well-earned reputation without a doubt. Jake, what's the trick that you're finding with the pipes? Is it all about the flow?
Length has a lot to do with it, and the size of the tubing. Yeah, so the flow, but length has a lot to do with it. And especially where you place your stages. The primary stage is real important when it comes to power, I noticed. Just from talking to different race engine builders and stuff, I'm lucky to have some pretty cool resources on advice when I need it.
Sure.
So.
Well, look, I'm anticipating that you'll continue to have success on Instagram. Look, and having the event, you've become a draw. People wonder why they should come to Joe's Mini Bike Reunion. Gee, if I was just able to showcase your bikes, it would be worth the cost of admission, although that's free. The reality of it is, Jake, is that you're a huge draw, and I really want to give you the well-deserved spotlight that you deserve. Unfortunately, because of the COVID year, we were unable to officially recognize you and Rafa to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was the class of the doom class of COVID-19. Yeah. But we will make up for that and some. I'm working on a couple of things. I've got one guy particularly that's poised to join you this year, and a second one that we're going to be announcing. You're aware of Daryl Smith from Big Daddy Motorsports and all the cool things he's doing. Have you had much luck, or have you used any of the Big Daddy stuff over the years, Jake?
No, I just know Daryl through everything, through coming to the shows, and we've talked online and stuff. He's a cool guy.
He certainly is.
Yeah, he's always quick to offer, if I need advice on anything, he'll answer any questions for me.
Yeah.
So
especially two-stroke stuff.
Yeah. He's definitely the big player in LA though. So there's a little bit of AV LA, the rivalry, but it's fun. It's all in fun.
Yes.
Everybody has fun with it.
And with that said, Jake, you truly are that common denominator representing AV that allows everybody, when it's all said and done, to just have fun. Daryl's kind of the same way. I look at that in LA. Let's face it, you're going to be pro AV, he's going to be pro LA, but when it's all said and done, there's a lot of mutual respect there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the guys that been in the game a little longer, they always come to me and they're like, oh, let's show these young guys what's up. But the guys that been in it for like 10 plus years or whatever, every now and then we'll talk, because whether they're in the game anymore or not. Who was it that just hit me up? Harold from ESR. He did that little post with the TC bike, calling out the yellow bike that I built for Dave. So we had some fun with that. And he called me later in the day after I got off work, and we were just talking about it. He was like, man, we need to get back out there and race. And it was just a good conversation. We're friends from way back racing Verona days with mini bikes.
Sure.
Yeah. He had all the cool fast shit out there back in the day. When I had my little Blockzilla bike running 9s, he was, him and Home Alone. Home Alone ran that 7-second pass against the junior dragster and all that. So, it's good times. That's all the good memories that I look back to when it comes to drag racing.
Yeah, you brought up Home Alone. I spoke to Potter this past week, and I showed him a bottle of Cavassier that I have that's unopened. When he used to come over and do the podcast, when he would film live in the garage, you remember the garage, our little home away from home.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the last guests that was scheduled to come on, and it didn't happen. So I showed him that bottle, said, it's waiting for you, because I'd love to get him back on. We've been talking about a lot of the younger jockeys, and it's always nice to bring back in an OG. And although you're not quite that old yet to give you the OG moniker, you're still good at what you do, that you've earned all those accolades despite the fact that you're still a young pup. Jake, give me an update on the, just to give you guys a little background, Go-Karts USA, which I'm not exactly sure what the status is. They too were interrupted by COVID. They sent me a frame, and they put together, which was essentially some Bonanza lookalikes. I'll leave it at that. They kind of got the bends okay, a little bit of help on the welds. It just wasn't where it could be. And I was fortunate to carve a little time into your schedule, and you've been working on that bike, and I've been seeing different pictures. I really haven't asked too much about it, because I'm always delighted with the fact that, first of all, you'll do it, and second of all, I'm always elated with what I get. But what's happening with that? Can you give us any teasers on that? Give us an idea what you're up to?
Yeah, so you kind of seen the last post I posted with it, right?
Yep, I'll send some pictures for those of you watching.
So what I pretty much did, I cut everything off of it. I cut it down to the bare frame rails. I'm changing the motor plate. I'm going to put one of my lightweight cut out motor plates that I had made. And then I'm going to put because it had the torque converter on it before, so it had the tilted up plate. It's just going to have a flat plate.
Great.
With a regular, not a Hillard, Titan clutch. With
Titan we used on Frankenstein, didn't we? Or no, do we use it on Temecula Bob?
Yeah, the Temecula Bob bike has the same clutch. Yeah.
That's a great clutch.
It's a great cruiser clutch. They're heavy duty. They take a lot of heat, so it'll be a nice setup. And it just same bars and everything. It has the same look. I just lowered the bike. I lowered the stance because with the big tires, it was just sitting way too crazy, and it was actually like way up in the back. It looked like a stink bug, So I just kind of leveled it out, and I actually brought it down a little in the back and kind of leveled it out, and it looks way better because it fills the forks, the tires like all the way up in the forks. It's just it looks simple and clean. I started making the little gas tank cutout for it. So it has like a little gas tank that fits in the frame there. And then, it's a pretty basic setup. I had to recut your, the muffler pipe that you had with it.
Yes.
I had to reclock it because when I brought the motor down, and the motor came down, the tires came up. So I had to clock it up to clear the space on the tire, but
Anxious to see that, Jake. I'm sure it'll be a work of art. Anything that you want to tell us as I'll let you get on to your evening. Have you seen what this guy Mason Pittman's up to with these mini bike misfits, where these guys are dirt tracking mini bikes? They got little sidecars attached to them and they're racing all around the US. He's going to be joining us in the podcast. Have you seen any of those shenanigans online?
I think I follow the page and I watched it a little bit. They do a lot of dirt stuff, right? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are they out of? Do you know?
Yeah, he's out of Central Georgia. Stick around and listen to him. He's going to be joining us in the podcast, and hopefully we'll drag one of those guys out here to one of Joe's mini bike reunion. They get to ride out there, almost like wherever they want to.
Exactly.
They're riding in Texas on the ocean, and they're riding in grassy fields and dirt tracks everywhere else. We got to struggle just to get out there. So the next time you've got your ride out there at the AV, we'll give everybody a shout out. A lot of folks love that as well. So thanks for being a part of the podcast, Jake. I'll look forward to talking to you soon, and say hi to everybody up at the AV for us, will you?
Will do. Thanks, Joe.
All right. Jake Mo, everybody. Mo Fab Co. Check him out on Instagram. Mo Fab Co. Like it, join it, do whatever you got to do over there. Have a chance to, you got to share it to 3 people, and you have a chance to win a custom Jake Mo pipe. Length's a big thing on pipes, guys. You heard it from the pro. Always good to have him. Jake Mo, 2019 Joe's Mini Bike Reunion Hall of Famer. All right, folks, our next guest came to us from a buddy of mine, Mike Hughes. Mike is with Texas Outlaw Mini Bikers out of Texas. Good guy. I've known him indirectly over the past couple of years. And, he suggested that I get with Mason. Mason represents the Mini Bike Misfits, and he, along with some other groups, travel around having fun racing mini bikes. And, to me, that's just something I had to find out a little bit more. He has his own line of swag that you can check out. I'm sure he'll be giving you some information about how you can stay in touch with the folks at Mini Bike Misfits. He's got a sidekick over there that's got the balls of steel to ride alongside that sidecar of his. I can tell already, and I'm sure that you'll agree, he's going to be a fun guest on the podcast tonight. So let's welcome Mason Pittman from Mini Bike Misfits, and maybe at some point his sidekick Cooney. Mason, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Joe? Just hanging out here in Misfits Garage. Super stoked about being on the show, man.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate having you on. I see you've got some cool bikes, some big fat tire bikes. Hopefully we have a chance to fire one of those babies up a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a go-kart on the left. You got some cool swag. Tell me about this Misfits Garage and take me from where Mike Hughes said I had to talk to you about this crazy mini bike racing. Tell us the story.
Okay, so where Misfits Garage kind of just started is just me and Daniel Cooney and another friend of mine, CJ King. We kind of just started riding mini bikes together. We wanted to find more people that were into riding mini bikes, so we kind of started this page. And I got invited down to Angel City to come and host the mini bike races at this big 4th mile track down there in Unadilla, Georgia, down in South Georgia. And it's one of the largest biker rallies in the Southeast. And we're able to come down there. We race. And this right here that you see, that's actually a sidecar on that bike. That's a built 301. That's my Go Power Sports powered 301 right there. They send me all the stuff to sit here and suit this thing up. It's got a really hot cam in there, billet rod, billet flywheel, heavy valve springs. It's got some head work done to it. And, we get to go take these things around the track, but we also enjoy taking the small tires around the track. And that's kind of become our love. And we're kind of set apart from a lot of other different dirt track racing mini bikes because, Mark out of Florida down with Def Duck, a lot of them guys, I think all of them, they all race the big tire bikes. We love going down there and racing them. And they're always just blown away at how fast we have these little bitty bikes go. And that's kind of what we stuck with in the thing of, I guess, misfit modified small tire bikes.
Well, thanks for the insight there. You were talking about Mark with the Def Duck Racing. He's the group out of Florida. I think it's Florida Off-Road Mini Bike Group. Was that it, Mason?
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark and he's a group off of the Florida Off-Road Mini Bike, and they're deathed up racing as we are, mini bike misfits. So they are our biggest competitors / best friends. We love to come. We love to come down there to Florida. We love to race them in Jacksonville, go down there to the Cabbage Patch, Daytona Beach, Bike Week, man. They invited us down there. We got to hang out with Radical Randy. We actually got paid to race mini bikes. So I guess that officially makes us professionals, right?
I wanted to get to that, and thank you for the segue. So the way I understood it is that you guys didn't have to produce events. You would show up almost as attractions for events that were taking place. Is that true? Is that how it was working?
Absolutely, and that's exactly where it started. They just kind of wanted something for the people. Dawn down in Angel City, she wanted something for the people to get into, all the Harley guys. And so we said, okay, well, we'll come out here and we'll bring these mini bikes out there. And, we came out there with doodle gloves that we built for the streets. This bike you see in front of me actually is a moto box that my girlfriend picked up on my birthday. And I didn't know about it. She actually showed up with this big smile on her face. And I'm like, what did you do? And then she's like, help me unload it. And this was my first ever real mini bike, and I unloaded it, and I was honestly not that happy when I saw it because it was painted about 8 different colors, looked like it had been through about every trailer park in the Southeast, and it had a tiller tire on the back that had so many cracks in it, I was scared to even ride it down the street. And I was like, baby, how much did you pay for this? And she said, $350, is that too much? And I said, oh man, it had old brakes on there and stuff, and over the time, it's become the bike that I really went to flat track race. And I've put the Go Power Sports 10-inch modular wheels on there. I'm running the PMR jack shaft on it. Really hopped up motor that me and my boy CJ built. And I've also got the Go Power Sports front forks on there. It's all the stuff that came over time. I didn't just build this whole bike at once and just came out and started whooping butt. I started off on a small tire, front and back, hard frame, little mini bike with a stage 1 kit, man. And, we were out there whooping butt doing that. And there's still people that come out there, Daniel Cooney being one of them. I gotta say, this guy, he come out there with a stock bike and just whoop everyone's tail, and everyone's saying, hey, man, this guy's got something in it. I'm like, nah, he's just a good racer. And,
It is about the people, right? And they get to share a little bit of the tips and tricks. We've all been bitten by the sleeper bug where you roll up maybe with a fancier looking bike or maybe a newer set of tires, or maybe you got quote unquote the hot setup, and somebody, it's like boxing. It's like all the muscle bound guys that show up, they see the skinny guy, they think the skinny guy's not going to win, and everybody gets surprised.
I got the perfect story for that, and it was actually the last Angel City rally, not the one we just actually had a week ago. So we had just built this sidecar, okay? It's actually, I did a lot of studying. It's on a flexit style. So the bike leans with the sidecar. It's not fixed. So we put the 301 on there. It's running its work converter. We're going to put all this work into this motor. We're going to put all the work into the sidecar. And it's all because one of my dudes, a really good guy, okay? He's a drive turkey racing, okay? He's out on New Jersey, okay? He told me, I double dog dare you won't build a sidecar to come race me. So I built a sidecar in a week and a half. Like I said, we were feeling really good about this 301. We went out on the track. I'm running, feeling great. And all of a sudden, a pawpaw, I'm talking about straight gray bearded pawpaw, pulls up on a little doodle bug with a sidecar holding onto it. And I'm talking about, it wasn't much of nothing. You could maybe carry a case of beer on it. And he asked, how do I get the race? And I said, well, you brought a mini bike, that's all you need to do. He said, hey, you gotta help it, you're good, man. Well, this guy came out there and proceeded to almost lap me on my bike, okay? And I think it was a stock engine he had on the bike. I'm talking about Pop just had it down. He was sliding all the way through the turns, and I don't think he let off one time. This guy, I wanted to shake his hand and just get his name. But he literally came just as fast as he went, like a ghost, like smoke in the wind. He just disappeared when it was all gone. And
I got to tell you, that's
humbling.
And those are the experiences that you're going to enjoy because you're putting yourself in that place. So now you guys will get invited by car show producers or folks that have events and festivals on, and they will hire you guys just to come race. And then you're not responsible to build the track. You're just responsible for gathering the guys with the bikes and showing up. Is that how it works?
So far, that's how it works.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple of things.
Yes, sir.
Hang with me here. What were some of the events that you attended recently?
One of the most recent one was Angel City Motorcycle Rally, and then the one before that was the bike week in Daytona Beach down there with the.
All right, so I spent some time. Linda and I lived in Daytona Beach. I'm actually a graduate from Daytona Beach Community College. Boy, that went over big. So I'm familiar with Daytona, but Bike Week particularly. I used to work as a bellman at the Daytona Hilton, and that's where they kicked off Bike Week, literally from the Hilton. So I have fond memories there. And most of the activities are at the track or around the dirt tracks there, New Smyrna or whatever. So it's a built-in crowd. You must have been rock stars there. Where did you race? Did you race in New Smyrna?
No, we actually raced at the Cabbage Patch. You familiar with the Cabbage Patch?
Is that off 92?
I'm not sure what road it was off of. I was kind of lost.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit off the beach, and it's a really big like biker bar, like outdoor vendor area. And
Yes,
they
okay.
actually have a campsite across the street, and everyone camps over there and stuff for Bike Week with their bikes, and then so it's just kind of where they can walk and do their thing, and they have, which completely creeps me out, but some people are into it, I guess, coleslaw wrestling there. Okay.
Yeah, it used to be mashed potatoes.
Yeah, they have like a massive mound where they do it at. Well, we actually raced around this complete circle all day long doing heat laps.
Of coleslaw?
What'd you say?
You're racing around coleslaw?
Around the coleslaw pit, it's like a mound that they built up
Disgusting.
top. So it's literally a complete circle around this thing. And I'm talking about your leg is out the entire time. It's sand. Okay. So your back tires is out the whole time. You're just completely, it's like an out of control, in control kind of thing. And we didn't even hardly make it a lap. Almost every lap we made, there was someone spilt out on the ground, wrecked. I think it was a 10-lap race, and I'm pretty sure we had about 8 or 9 restart cautions in that 10-lap race. And we got some really, really good footage and everything, some really funny stuff that happened and everything. But it was a really good time, and I got to give a huge shout out to Mark inviting us and thinking about us to come down there because it was a blast.
Yeah, you've created quite a thing there, Mason. You mentioned some of the other guys that were involved, Dan, and what I'd like to do is see if we can help you along here. A couple things. If folks want to get a hold of maybe some of the video of your escapades, where's the easiest place for folks to find out videos from former races or activities that the Misfits have been in?
Well, we actually have a YouTube that we really, really pride ourselves in making great. All our footage is 4K. We have drone footage, FPV drone footage. My boy David Dow, he follows us around with a chase drone. He gets footage of us. We have our chest-mounted GoPro, and we really try to capture it all and everything we do, so you almost feel like you're with us. Because we have a lot of time going, to Florida, going up to Tennessee, South Carolina. We're actually fixing to go to Rockingham Dragway. We got a Go Power Sports Power methanol drag bike. My girlfriend's fixing to hop on up there. And I think Mr. Duran is going to be up there.
Duran Bagwell?
I do believe he's going to be up there.
Oh, nice.
From what I've seen.
So you're going to let your girlfriend get on the fire-breathing bike, huh?
No, I'm not going to let her get on it. It's her bike. She's the one that is sponsored by Go Power Sports. They sent her a Tilson with a Stage 2 kit. And then
What's her name?
What did you say?
What is her name, your girlfriend?
Mackenzie Kaufman.
Well, let's give her a shout out. And if folks want to find out what she's up to, where's a good place for folks to check out Mackenzie's stuff?
You can check it out on our page. We post all of her stuff on our page on Mini Bike Misfits on Georgia on Facebook. You can also go to www.minibikemisfits.com. It'll take you to our Facebook. All her videos are on there. I have a video I made a few months back. It's her best times and a few wrecks and stuff that she's done, and it's a pretty funny little video. She has a little encounter with a cone down at MKR, and that's actually our home track. I can't forget about talking about them.
Okay.
MKR, and we're going there this weekend. We're having something really great happen this weekend in MKR. We have a racer. He actually raced go-karts down there. They created a thing where they race yard carts, not racing go-karts, but yard carts down there. They make winter racing go-karts. and they help the community out. But one of our fellow racers, he passed away. His name is Bubba Pope, and we're doing a big benefit for him this weekend. We're all gonna be going out to Monticello, and it's called MKR. It's 500 Tetzel Drive. Anybody wants to come down in Monticello, Georgia. And this is our home track in the place we call home. It's a clay track, and it's where we get sideways and we get down, man. I mean, I really want to shout these guys out, Corey McMichael, though, because I'm saying they've probably helped the mini bike misfits out more than anybody, just by far, by saying, I called so many tracks in Georgia and said, hey, we want to race on your dirt track with mini bikes. And so many people laughed at me. I mean, people said, a mini, what? Ha ha ha. They're going, what do you mean, a little dirt bike? And I said, no, a mini bike. And nobody wanted to take it seriously. When I told Corey's in the middle of building this racetrack, okay? He said, come on, meet me and Daddy out at the track, and we'll talk to you. Well, I brought a mini bike with me. He came, looked at that thing, and he said, man, that thing's cool. And he said, yeah, I'll let y'all come race. And that's, that's really where it's really started.
That's a great story. In fact, all it takes is one, too, Mason. It takes one person, particularly a guy like you, that's gonna persevere and keep on going. And it's gonna take a guy like him that gives you an opportunity. And then once you have a chance to showcase your stuff, like in our case, start an event or maybe even a podcast, it either sticks or it doesn't. It's either of interest or not. People think it's cool or fun or they don't. It's apparent what you've created, people are digging. Folks, we're here with Mason Pittman from the Misfits Garage. He's with a group of folks in central Georgia that race around. There's groups out throughout the Southeast. And from what I understand, other states, they're having fun. It doesn't seem like it takes too much to be a part of the activities. If you want to find out more, you can check him out online. Mason, is there anybody else? Now, I know that one of the photos that got a lot of the attention was your sidekick and your boy, what's his name? Is it Cooney?
Daniel Cooney.
So what's his role as the passenger in that sidecar, to lean with you? Is it kind of like a passenger on a motorcycle? What's the expectation of him?
Kinsey is pretty much the only person stupid enough to get in the sidecar. Daniel, Daniel, he'll get this close to me on a mini bike, which I actually just dropped a video for this podcast right here because I was going to wait a little bit longer. It's actually the second part of the Angel City video. And you can really see in this video, he's got some helmet footage on here that I chopped in. This dude looks like he's a drone chasing me. And I'm talking about it. It literally looks like he's on the bike with me at a point in time. I mean, me and this guy, we race side by side, but at the same time, we ride Harley side by side down the road. So
how much does he weigh, Mason? How much weight do you have in that sidecar? How big of a guy is he?
Cooney is I think about 170 pounds. But like I said, Cooney doesn't get in the sidecar, just Kinsey. She is the only one dumb enough to ride in the sidecar.
So what's her weight? I'm trying to get a sense of how much that.
Oh, about 100, I would say probably 120 pounds.
And like, how fast are you going when you've got that sidecar set up?
Well, I clocked myself running on the track with my GPS app at about 46 miles an hour on it. And that was running around the track. So it probably gets somewhere around, I'd say 50, probably out on an open stretch.
How many laps do you guys typically run?
We run a 10 lap heat race and then 15 lap main.
And now you show up and you guys bring the bikes. Who comes up with the prizes? Does the track come up with the prizes for you? Are you just doing it as a promotion? Is it, it really?
When we're at MKR, Corey McMichael, he actually supplies all the trophies. I've actually got a few of them here. Here's one right here. Here's another one right here.
There you go.
Another one right here. And here's my nice second place trophy where Daniel Cooney came all the way back from a wreck and got me the last half lap of the race. He has the first place trophy to this one. Okay. And I gotta say, the dude, he literally is like my evil twin or something, because we are so evenly matched. And it's so funny because people they either have Team Cooney or Team Mason. And they have one or the other that they're rooting for usually. And the Angel City race was a perfect example because the whole race we were side by side.
What a rivalry, huh? Side by side.
Oh, yeah. Cooney had a little mishap, and it's all on video. It's actually really funny. And so anybody wants to watch that, it's really funny. I'm gonna give it away.
All right, so one more time, where can folks watch some of these videos and find out more, Mason?
Mini Bike Misfits on YouTube. We have this symbol right here is the symbol on our thing. I'll come bring it up to the camera here to show you. This symbol right here is the symbol that's on our YouTube.
Oh, I
Right
like your
there.
logo. Nice
That's
job
our
on
logo
that.
there.
Yep,
Yeah,
you got
this is
it.
one of my shirts here that we've got. If anybody wants any,
Well, there you have it. And you can collect some sponsor money from Go Power Sports as well. Folks,
absolutely, I'm telling you.
there's
I
our
actually
friends
made a
over at
wrap the other day for
there's our
Go Power
friends at
Sports.
Go Power Sports, as well as, don't forget, we're giving away that Studs Racing stand. Okay. It looks as if we may have a situation where our guest may be frozen, Linda tells me. Folks, I've enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. We've spent some time with Mason Pittman from the Mini Bike Misfits. Mason,
I'm frozen.
you're good, brother. All
I'm
right,
good
Mason,
now?
you're good. Thank
Okay.
you. So Mason, thanks for spending some time with us. Those folks that may be listening, go ahead and send in your comment or question. We're going to be giving away that adjustable mini bike stand from Studs Racing. E, what's look like on your end for potential next Joe's Mini Bike Reunion podcast? We'll see if we can give you guys an idea. I must admit, I was trying to squeeze in 2 podcasts in April, and we just got a little bit ahead of ourselves work-wise. Okay, great. Linda's giving me a thumbs up. You know, in podcasting, you always have a little bit of an issue, but we're in a good place. Hey, I wanted to give a couple shout outs if I could before I let you guys go. I would be remiss again to not thank our guest tonight, Mason, as well as Jake Moe. Check both of those guys out online. I want to give a good shout out to a good group of folks here. So hang in there with me if you could. Brian Ekstrom, thanks for carrying the JMBR torch. Hope that everybody's doing good over there in Minnesota. We talked about our friends over at Studs Racing. Duran Bagwell, good luck on your event. Our buddy Dave Darnell from Arizona, as well as John Benet Ramsey. Big shout out to the Cordova brothers, as well as Pops. Happy birthday. My friend Vincent Sente, I've got a Joe's Mini Bike Reunion poster going out to you today. My boy Papa Smurf, I've got some other cool things going out to you, as well as Arleo. Shout out to Hunter Gowans, Corona Irving, Justin Bett, my man Dane Walton. Dane won one of these adjustable stands on a podcast or 2 ago. Dane loves his. I love mine as well, guys. Pick them up. They're $45 on sale, plus shipping and handling. They're available at studsracing.com. A shout out to Rick Watson, Dave Ertl, Richard White, my man Cam White. Thank you, Cam, for all the support as well. Paul G, Temecula Bob, my boys over at Honda Ground Lifestyle, Bing, Dre, Clint, Ralph, Miguel, Mark. Hey, there's a podcast I've been listening to. It's called No Gruffs, Gruffs, No Gruffs Given. It's hosted by Sean Avery, a former NHL, LA King, New York Ranger hockey player. Guys got a really cool take on things. I enjoy the podcast. I suggest that maybe something you want to check out as well. Shout out to my wife, Boom Boom, Linda. Love you, Nicole, Dave, Gail, Jerry, Mikey, AJ, Mini Bike Paul, Big Daddy, too many others, folks. I hate when this shit drags out too long. Look, our guest tonight, Mason, here's what I suggest to you, buddy. Keep on the good work. Keep an open calendar. I'd love to have you represent what you do out here at Joe's Mini Bike Reunion sometime. I know it's a little bit of a ways to go. You're in Atlanta, Georgia area, but if you can get you out, and you should also do your own podcast. But before we go, everybody, we got a little treat that I asked Mason to help us out with. He's going to fire up one of his 301 powered big tire bikes, and
This is a 212. This is a 212 right here, but I do have the 301 over here.
all right, so we got one of your popular 212 Predator builds up there. What's this, a stage 2, stage 3? What do you got there?
Well, this is what I guess you'd call a stage 3 motor. I fixed to send it off to my boy Ryan Barrett. He's the GOAT, okay? He's killer engine builder. He's actually building the methanol Tilson right now. He just welded the whole head up on it, milled it down. I'm talking about flat top piston, all kind of crazy stuff that actually is way out of my just realm of thinking. But
All right, let's fire up the bike. Let's fire up the bike.
All right, brother.
That would be great, Mason. Look, one pull kid. Look at him. You know how this typically goes when you try to fire up bike live, right? Oh, really? So you can, because I can't hear it.
Y'all go hear it?
Well, I'm sure that thing, especially indoors. Oh, now I can hear it. So what's Zoom doing? He cutting it off? All right. Hey, what do you look like in the calendar? Got any times look good for you in May? All right. Hey, that'll be Friday. Oh, is it? No shit, because I think May 12th is a Thursday. Is it? Guess what May 12th is, E? It's my birthday. All right. So it's going to be Thursday, May 13th.
Thursday, May 13th.
All right, guys, that'll be the next Joe's Mini Bike Reunion podcast. We hope you enjoyed it tonight, folks. I did. This guy's got to get his own podcast. He's cut out perfectly for it. Mason, thank you for all the insight on what you guys are doing. Mike Hughes from Tomb, thanks for the heads up on Mason. Hey, guys, if you're new to the podcast, thanks for listening. Check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on Instagram. It's either Joe's Mini Bike Reunion or Joe's Mini Bike Reunion podcast. Give us a like, give us a comment, whatever the hell you got to do. Emmanuel, hope you're doing well. Where are you off to next, buddy?
Oh, man, I got 4 events coming up. I'm filming the music video tomorrow, and I'm all over the place, dude.
Good. Stay safe. Let's get back to walking. Folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the 13th of May. Don't forget to save ahead now for my birthday present. Big shout out to my man, Evil Ed. I thought I saw him bouncing around here. And how about you join us on the podcast? See if you can get in front of a computer at some point. We'd love to have you on. People are asking about you. Guys, once again, we are hopeful, yet there is nothing firm on the dates for Joe's Mini Bike Reunion for 2021. I'm looking for the October 16th date. If not, I'll take the following Saturday, which I think is the 23rd. It's a Saturday event. It is going to be a good one if we have it. I can rest assure you that. I have tons of people already asking me about how they can get involved. I bet we see over 500 bikes this year if we can pull it off, if not more. It's going to be good, and you're going to be a big part of it and the reason why. We'll see you on the next Joe's Mini Bike Reunion podcast. Have a good one, everybody.
Joe's Mini Bike Show.